TCP, the guarantor of reliable data delivery. The internet is a chaotic place. Data packets travel through a complex network of routers and switches. Sometimes these packets get lost or arrive out of order. TCP, or Transmission Control Protocol, is like a meticulous postal service for the internet. It ensures that your data reaches its destination reliably, even in the face of network hiccups. Imagine sending a large package through the mail. You'd want to know if it arrived safely, right? TCP does this through acknowledgements. When your computer sends data, the receiving computer sends back a little "got it" message. This confirms that the data arrived safely. But what happens if the "got it" message gets lost? That's where TCP timers come in. These timers act like built-in alarm clocks. If TCP doesn't receive an acknowledgement within a specific time, it assumes the data is lost and resends it. TCP timers are essential for the internet's reliability. They ensure that your emails, web pages, and video calls reach their destination without a hitch. Without them, the internet would be a much more frustrating place. The retransmission timer is TCP's primary mechanism for dealing with lost data. It's like setting a timer on your oven. If the food isn't cooked when the timer goes off, you put it back in. Similarly, if TCP doesn't receive an acknowledgement for sent data within a certain time frame, it retransmits the data. This time frame isn't arbitrary. TCP constantly measures the time it takes for data to travel to the receiver and back, known as the round-trip time, or RTT. It then uses a calculated value based on the RTT, called the retransmission timeout, or RTO, for the retransmission timer. Think of it like waiting for a friend to text back. If your friend usually responds within a few minutes, you wouldn't wait for hours before sending another message. TCP operates similarly, adjusting its RTO based on the network conditions. The retransmission timer is crucial because it ensures that no data is lost in transit. Without it, even a single drop packet could corrupt a file transfer or disrupt a video call. Imagine you're having a conversation and the other person suddenly stops responding. You might wait a bit, then cautiously ask, "Are you still there?" The persistent timer in TCP serves a similar purpose. Sometimes the receiving end of a TCP connection might have no data to send back immediately. This can happen if the application is busy or the receiver's buffer is full. This situation can lead to a zero-window scenario, where the sender has data but is unsure if the receiver is ready. The persistent timer prevents this awkward silence in data transmission. If the sender encounters a zero window, it starts the persistent timer. When the timer expires, the sender sends a small probe packet to check if the receiver is ready to receive data again. This mechanism ensures that the connection doesn't stall indefinitely. The persistent timer allows the sender to periodically check on the receiver and resume data flow as soon as the receiver is ready. It's like gently nudging the conversation to keep it flowing. Section 4. Keep alive. Timer. Checking for connection liveliness. Have you ever walked away from your computer, leaving a program running only to return and find the connection dropped? The Keep Alive timer in TCP is designed to prevent this by periodically checking if the connection is still active. Imagine the Keep Alive timer as a heartbeat for the connection. If a certain amount of time passes without any data exchange, the sender will send a Keep Alive probe. This probe is a small, harmless packet that simply asks the receiver, "Are you still there?" If the receiver is still active, it responds with an acknowledgement, confirming the connection's health. If the sender doesn't receive a response after multiple Keep Alive probes, it assumes the connection is lost and terminates it. The Keep Alive timer is particularly useful for connections that might be idle for long periods, such as SSH sessions or online gaming connections. It ensures that these connections aren't silently dropped due to inactivity and allows for a prompt reconnection if needed. Section 5. The importance of TCP timers, a symphony of reliable communication. TCP timers are the unsung heroes of reliable data transmission on the internet. They work behind the scenes, constantly monitoring network conditions and ensuring that your data reaches its destination intact. These timers operate like a well-coordinated orchestra, each playing a crucial role in maintaining the flow of information. The retransmission timer acts as the safety net, catching and resending lost data. The persistent timer prevents communication stalls, ensuring smooth data flow. The Keep Alive timer acts as the vigilant guardian, monitoring the connection's health and preventing unexpected disconnections. Without these timers, the internet as we know it would be a far more unreliable and frustrating experience. Thanks to their diligent work, we can enjoy seamless streaming, reliable file transfers, and uninterrupted video calls, even in the face of network imperfections.